2017 CB 02369, Claudia Cadena Morales versus Tina Collins et al. Mr. Dorsey?
Yep, that's me, Your Honor, and we are passing this case.
Pass. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, 2017 CB 07359, Fort Ventura LP versus Sarah Martinez.
Your Honor, Robert Brown is here on behalf of the plaintiff movement Fort Ventura LP.
Craig Nowak here is the proposed receiver.
All right.
It's application for post-judgment receiver, Your Honor.
All right. How long do you think that'll take?
If the court has any questions, but probably 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, thank you. Next, 2018 CB 02936, Fabiola Valadez et al. Versus Dan Boleda. The motion to leave or leave. Anybody here for Fabiola Valadez or Dean Boiledo or Leda?
That's me again, Your Honor, Taylor Dorsey. This one we've already submitted an agreed order to you, and it's already been signed.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dorsey.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Next, 2018 CV 05079, Fort Ventura LP versus Dan Mauricio et al.
Your Honor, Robert Brown here on behalf of Fort Ventura plaintiff movement.
Craig Nowak as proposed receiver.
Okay, so we're talking 5 minutes on that one as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Next, 2019 CV 02502, Singing Hills Retail 2 LLC versus SAT Marble Express LLC et al.
Robert Brown here as well on behalf of plaintiff movement.
Craig Nowak as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Same announcement, 5 minutes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, great. 2019 CV 02506, Citibank NA versus Robert J. Quinn Jr.
Judge, I'm here for the defendant.
Joshua Ford for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay. How long do you think this will take?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, thank you. Next, 2019 CV 05061, Michelle Barber versus Jorge Martinez et al.
President George Martinez.
Okay. Where's Miss Barber?
No idea.
Okay, well, we'll see if she shows up before the end of the docket call. She may be having problems logging in or something.
Thank you.
So just hang in there with us.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one is 2019 CV 0979749, I'm sorry, Germania Select Insurance Company et al. Versus Valerie Gonzalez, and we have that down as a drop. Is there anybody here on that one? Okay, we'll keep it as a drop. All right, 2020 CV 00132, TBF Financial versus Desiree A. Cardenas et al.
Penny Habishaw here on behalf of TBF Financial.
And this Desiree Cardenas.
Okay, how long will this take?
About 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay, thank you. Next is 2020 CV 01609, Brandon Zurcher versus Paulo Balay et al. Motion for summary judgment on that, Ms. Myrat.
I'm present for the plaintiff movement. Mr. Docket here? He is here. Saw him there. Must have clicked out. We have an agreed order for continuance, and we'd like to confer with Lydia on a new date, if possible.
Fantastic. We'll do that after the docket call. Get y'all into a breakout room, and we'll work that out.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Next, 2020 CV 02395, AMV Plumbing LLC versus PAC Construction and Renovation. Mr. True?
Ready, Your Honor. That's a default. We have not filed the judgment yet, but proposed judgment, but we will do that as long as there's no answer.
Okay, great. How long do you think that'll take?
It's a default judgment, so I don't think we even need a hearing. If I can just submit an order.
Okay, fantastic. We look forward to that, Mr. True.
Thank you.
Next is 2020 CV 02632, Absolute Resolution Investments LLC versus Eleanor Christopher. Mr. Schaefer? Okay, we will drop. 2020 CV 02936, Jefferson Capital Systems LLC versus George Hoover. Okay, don't see Mr. Schaefer, we'll drop. Okay, the next one is 2020 CV 03256, Leisha Lee versus the Emergency Clinic at Alamo Heights. We have that down as a drop. We also have 2020 CV 03256 again, Leisha Lee versus the Emergency Clinic at Alamo Heights, also a drop. If anybody's here on those, please let us know. Okay, 2020 CV 03264, Frost Bank versus Luis Angel Galvan et al.
Your Honor, Barrows here on behalf of Frost Bank.
All right, Mr. Barrows, how long do you think this will take? Mr. Barrows, do you have a time announcement for me?
Honor, submission for default judgment. So
Oh,
I
okay.
think we just we'll submit a judgment.
Okay, thank you. Next is 2020 CV 03460, Fred Hildebrand versus Celestine Owens Moore et al. Is Mr. Russell here? We'll drop. 2020 CV 03588, Omira Blakely versus Betty Forney.
Todd Taylor here for the plaintiff, Mara Blakely. Your Honor, we'd like to go ahead and just pass this one for this at this moment.
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll do that. Next, 2020 CV 03696, Credit Human Federal Credit Union et al., also known as GECU to us old folks, versus Timothy Damron et al. Mr. Damron, are you here today?
Yes, sir, I am. I am here today, and I filed a notice of completion of briefing and a default on the counterclaim. It hasn't been answered, and there's an order already attached with it that was filed, and it was real quick. I'm so sorry. It was filed. The order was filed on September the 18th. And it hasn't been responded since then. The last time we were in court, he said he needed some more time. And so I filed a counterclaim, and that has also not been answered, and just looking for a default, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll take your case up after the docket call, Mr. Damron.
Your Honor, for Credit Human, we filed a timely response to his motion for summary judgment. We have a general denial to his counterclaim, and we're ready to proceed in our response to his summary judgment.
Okay, Mr. Hampton, we'll definitely get to you all later on today. We may have to set this for a hearing later on. It sounds like it's going to take a little bit. How much time do you think this will take, sir?
5 minutes.
Your Honor, I might. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Damron.
Yeah, I believe I have the floor today, and I think it'll take 5 minutes, Your Honor. It shouldn't take too long at all.
And Your Honor, from my side, probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Okay, I'll put you down for an hour. Thank you. 2020 CV 03758, TVF Financial versus Robert King. Ms. Habershaw?
Plaintiff, I did not see Mr. King in the meeting, but he has notice.
Okay, thank you. So that'll be like the other announcement, about 10 minutes?
20 minutes if we get to the merits.
Okay, thank you. Next, 2020 CV 03817, Michael Reyes versus Tanya Kumbo et al. Mr. Reyes, are you here? Okay, we'll drop that. 2020 I'm sorry?
Michael Reyes is here, Your Honor.
Okay. And how long do you think this will take, Mr. Reyes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next is 2020 CV 04014, San Antonio Steel Company versus Esteban Behena. Sure.
For the movement, Your Honor, again, a default judgment, we will submit an order.
Well, so far we got these guys on default, but they're
Your
trying to
Honor,
run.
Mr.
That's what they're
Trump.
trying to do.
Looks like
Basically, in a nutshell, you
Hey,
guys.
yesterday,
I filed a counterclaim,
my name is Gilberto
and they
Bajena.
waited.
I am Esteban's son. Yesterday, we tried to get in contact with both the courthouse and
Let me
Mr.
just
True's
turn this
office,
down for just a second.
letting you know that my father, Esteban, is currently right now running with a fever.
Yeah, we'll turn that down. Anyway, I'll give you guys an update on what's going on here. That's what's up. Give you guys an update on what's going on here with the old Credit Human. Basically, this is and this is good too because it'll give me kind of a warm up. But this is basically a breach of due process case. I validated there was a problem with my car loan, and I asked them to validate the debt while making all of her payments, of course. And they couldn't do it, so we sent them a conditional acceptance payment, and they accepted that payment and all the terms with it, and now they decided just to go and renege and forget my rights for due process and just go take property and file stuff in court. And so basically what's going on is that we've got a flip-flop going on. They started some nonsense, and basically they're stating a claim upon which relief cannot be granted for lots and lots and lots of reasons. You guys will find that out here in just a minute. But you know, this game is all about default, and this one believes that I filed a motion for summary judgment, but I'm requesting summary judgment with a motion for a cross-claim or counterclaim, which requires that he answer within 20 days. So when you heard this bar member and his buddy over here, that's right, when you heard him say, well, you know, there's a default, and it's funny how all the other attorneys, they say it's a default and then they get a default, but when they get us up there, they think there's a different set of rules. So, you know, this is still governed under the FDCPA, and we can just as easily go right across the street and shop this thing across the street. So it really doesn't matter what they want to do, because either way they lose. If you're going to take somebody's property, you have to. The 14th Amendment requires that you use a due process of law to do so. You don't just get to take somebody's property just because you think you can. And that's pretty much what has happened in this case. And we've really gone through a lot of hardships with our family because of this. And so, setting this stuff up, you know, it's all about the setup. It's all about presentment. It's all about doing the right thing. And it's all about being an honor. And unfortunately, as you can probably tell with the President Trump situation, we clearly don't have an honorable system at all. Oh, and this moron right here, I'll be seeing him tomorrow in court on another case. So yeah, it's really cute how he decided just to come in and step in and take a look. So yeah, this guy's name is Todd Taylor, by the way. This guy is he's a criminal. That's right. He staged an eviction. He literally staged an eviction. And he kind of screwed himself, really, because he evicted himself, he evicted us and all other occupants. Well, the homeowners moved back into the house, so I guess he kind of they evicted themselves by staging this sort of thing. So we're still dealing with them too, and we've got a case with them tomorrow. So we'll be dealing with that tomorrow. Gabriel, this is not a foreclosure case, not at all. This is a property case. This is a property case regarding a car and a vehicle, and that's just where we're at right now. So anyway, we're going to go back to it, listen to this, blah, blah, blah.
Magdalena Melissa de Hoyos versus Javier Lopez.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. Where is Mr. Lopez? Do you know Ms. de Hoyos?
From the last time I checked, he was incarcerated.
Well, okay.
He's happy. See how happy
we'll
they get?
get you right after the docket
Amazing.
call on that one, and see what we can do with that.
Okay,
all right. Thank you. Next is 2020 CV 04727, Esther Vasquez versus the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Present, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Vasquez, is this related to a DWI arrest?
Yes.
Conviction?
Yes,
It
sir.
is? Do you know which county court of law you were in?
9.
9? Okay. We'll be sending you back over to County Court 9. State law requires those cases to be heard by the judge. It's also taking care of the DWI just in case there's anything special about it.
Okay.
All right, we'll be making an assignment for you in just a little bit.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Next, 2020 CV 04761, Copperwine City View versus Rose Garcia et al.
You know,
Copperwine City View here, Your Honor. I think Rose is here on the phone call.
you know, and I just want to interject something. I just, you know, if you guys see something here that doesn't look right, call these people. This is the Bexar County courthouse here. It's Courthouse 10. And, you know, call these people, man, and tell them what they're doing isn't right. Tell them, you know, if you feel like that's what you need to do it. And not necessarily here, but even in your own government. The only way we're going to get our courts back is by taking them back. And taking them back from these bar members, these Masons that have decided just to move in and infiltrate our justice system and our country and just decide to write laws any way they want to. So tonight, or this, you know, if you guys see something like this, speak up and say something. Because if you don't speak up and say something, it's not going to change. It's not going to get better. Our lives aren't going to get better. And you're going to pass this down to your children if you don't. So it's important that you join the fight, stand the fight, and do what is right.
Okay, thank you. Those will stay as drops. That completes the calling of today's docket. If you have showed up a little bit late, indeed that happens often with these cases, please let me know now so that I can undo a drop or whatever we may have entered against you. Has anybody showed up
No way I
late?
would join this racket.
Judge, this is Ken Grubbs. I didn't show up late, but there was supposed to be a reset of a case, and I've checked it on the system. It doesn't look like Judge Rodriguez reset it for today. But we couldn't proceed anyway because the Supreme Court extended its order on declarations for eviction appeals. So I'm trying to figure out if I can get a reset date for this thing.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll get you into a breakout room. You can talk with Lydia and Reba, or Reba rather, and we can find out a good time to hear this thing. Indeed, what the Supreme Court's doing really weighs heavily on all of these eviction cases. So we appreciate your announcement, and we'll try to find a time for you. But I'll let you talk with Lydia and or Reba about that.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks. Is anybody else here? Okay, we're going to take a quick break for a little bit and make some assignments, figure out where these cases can be heard as quickly as possible. And that will take about 5 or 10 minutes or so. Just go ahead, have a cup of coffee, and we'll be right back with y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. So anyway, here we are. And now they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And here's the tricky part. I actually paid $80 for this to be a counterclaim. So they're going to try to say that it's a motion for summary judgment, and they're going to try to ignore the fact that this has been filed as a counterclaim. And the reason they're going to do that is because he had 20 days to answer this. And I filed this on October the 13th, and he just answered it like 4 days ago. You know, he says he filed a timely answer. According to what rule? You know, and not only that, but it doesn't look like he has a witness with him today as far as his affidavit is concerned. He did file an affidavit. And he filed a general denial, stupid late. So the parties are in agreement. The parties are in consent. The parties are in agreement. And that's it. They're in agreement by default. And he can do whatever he wants to, but at the end of the day, he's going to lose. So I guess if they want to find out how much I know, I guess they're just going to have to find out. That's fine. And, you know, unfortunately, this is how they do the system. You know, this is how they do it. You're never going to get a first swing on the bat like these guys do. You know, these bar members, they're going to get the first swing on the bat. They're going to get in there. They're going to get all this stuff because they're all friends. And, you know, I have to drive down to the courthouse and physically go down there. And, you know, this guy gets to just send stuff on his fax machine and just sit at home and, you know, bill people at $2.50 an hour and not do anything. Or, I don't know, he's kind of an idiot. So he probably only bills out like at $150 an hour. But nevertheless, we're going to go forward. We're going to give it our best. And I just pray that Yahweh is with us as he always is. And I pray that his will be done no matter what. And blessed be the name of Yahweh, for he alone is worthy of praise. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And thank you so much for all of your prayers out there, everyone. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. This is not just about my case. This is about everybody's case. This is about everybody having a fair shake when they go to a courtroom. And that's what this is all about. And, you know, honestly, you know, people, normal people should be judges, not necessarily, you know, bar members. Actually, bar members shouldn't be at them at all. So, anyway, hopefully somebody else isn't getting a ticket. Don't consent. So, anyway, we're going to get rolling here, get this thing going. Oh, and these children. That's exactly why I'm doing this. And here's what they do. It's funny, Mark just said this. He says, at least having it on the Zoom gives you a record, right? Well, not really, because what they do, they kind of tricked me the first time when I did this, when we had a hearing. And, you know, they give you the illusion that it's there, just like you're thinking. But guess what they do? They just go in and delete everything. This is actually broadcasting on YouTube. And they literally will leave it up for, you know, 10 minutes after the hearing's over, and then they go in and they delete everything. So, transparency, I don't think so. But, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, truth is truth. And where there is truth, there is Yahweh. And where there are lies, where there are deception, is the father of lies. And you're either serving one or the other. And you can tell by the look on some of these faces over here who's doing what. Actually, let's spin over here. Let's take a look at the group here. So do you see all these guys? You see this dude over here? And there, you know, I think she's just a defendant, but bless her heart, she seemed like a nice person. But anyway, you know, you can kind of just see, you know, and I don't really know these people, so I really can't judge them, but, you know, it is a club. There's obviously some favoritism, you know, that kind of stuff, so. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I should get a screen recorder that's separate from Zoom. Well, I got the phone. It's all right. The phone's pointing at it. It works too. It's kind of low tech, but it works. But just hang in there with me, everybody. And
okay, I'm back momentarily. Lydia and I have conferred on what the settings are, and many of the shorter settings will be going over to Judge Rodriguez, and we'll be hanging on to the rest of them. So she will be making the individual assignments to that, and we're going to try to take care of as many of y'all as we can today between Judge Rodriguez and myself. That way, you know, y'all can get on and enjoy the holidays. So we'll be making those assignments and setting things up so that y'all can be heard as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
I thank y'all for your patience and look forward to hearing cases today. Thanks.
Thank you, Honor.
Okay, here we go. 2017 CV 07359, Fort Ventura LP versus Sarah Martinez. That's going to County Court number 3. As well as all the other ones with Mr. Brown and Nowak, that would be 2018 CV 05079 and 2019 CV 02502.
Are you there?
Thank you.
Okay. Reba, are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm sorry, you were interrupted. So we're getting so far?
Let me say them again. 2017 CV 07359. 2018 CV 05079, 2019 CV 02502. We also have for County Court 3, I think there's one more, and it's 2020 CV 04635.
I'm staying here.
All right, Reba, I'm going to put you in breakout rooms with the attorneys.
Okay.
And I will come back and we'll deal with all the other cases that are scheduled for County Court 10. Mr. Grubbs, is there a way Mr. Grubbs, I'm sorry, is there a way that you can call the clerk's office? Don't leave the meeting, just call them and find out where the case is so that we can figure out what happened.
You know what, Lydia, if you don't mind putting Mr. Grubbs in the breakout room with me.
Okay.
The opposing can call me.
I'm sorry,
okay,
Lydia.
All right.
Lydia, I'm sorry,
Yes.
did you say to County Court Law number 3, 2020 CB 04635?
020, yes. 04. Yes.
And I'm sorry, I was grabbing a cup of coffee. Should I have my paralegal contact that court and set this?
No. I'm going to move you guys. I'm going to move everyone who's assigned to County Court 3 is going to be moved right now into a breakout room with Ms. Cedillo, the coordinator for County Court number 3. That way you all can talk with her, okay?
Very good. There should be a pro se individual here who did not announce. His name is Jeremy Settles.
Yes, I've got him. I'll move him with you.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second, everyone.
Hey man, I can't hear her speak anymore. Hello, Lydia. Are you calling me? I'm Stephen Fox. Okay.
All these degrees and they still can't use the phone. It's funny. It's a technology learning curve, I guess. I have the same problem sometimes. Well, hang tight, guys. It's going to get exciting, I'm sure, because they're going to get real creative on this one. They're going to have to. Looks like Steven got muted. Dang. Hang with me, guys. Don't pick your nose. Just kidding.
Did you all get the invites to move? Oh, yeah, they did.
Just now.
Okay.
Just now.
All right, I think, Mr. Brown, I forgot about you. Let me move you over.
Hey, Kurt, are you on the call? Did they let you log in or no? You hear me, Kurt? Huh. Why is no one sworn in? Because there's a bunch of lawyers here. And lawyers aren't required to be sworn in because they can just sit up there and lie pretty much. That's why. I'll let them know. How are you coming in, Kurt? Are you calling in by phone?
Okay, let's see here. I think I got everybody. Everyone else, I guess you guys are staying with us in County Court number 10.
Yeah, I think we're all staying here.
Anyone who has agreed orders, I believe that was Mr. Mayrat. Mr. True, I think you have one for one case.
Yes, and that,
If you wouldn't mind just emailing them to me.
it's already been done in our case. Steve True for PA's Performance Plumbing. It's already been emailed to you 2 minutes ago, maybe 5.
I'm sorry, I lost you. It was kind of choppy, I understand.
The order was emailed to you about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, all right.
Appreciate
And then, Mr., do you want to go to a breakout room with the other gentleman?
No, I just need a reset. I'm hoping to get it shortened
Okay.
time rather than going through we're probably looking at March now for resets. Somebody get it.
Yeah, I mean, we can move, I guess the judge, are you looking into January to make sure that this gentleman recovers if indeed he has COVID?
If indeed, January.
Because we're done for the rest of December as of tomorrow.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, mid-January, but I think Celeste is on, my secretary is, paralegal is
I
on.
think I saw her.
That's what they are.
Yeah, she may know too, but I think it's March now that they're getting settings, and I sure would like to get it before then.
Well, we can move you to January if the judge
That'd be beautiful.
asks it. Can you give me a date and then let me just double check with Mr. Vaina? Where was he? I know he was in here.
Oh, I'm right here, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Vaina, we're gonna look at the calendar so that you can write it down, and then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna end up, that's gonna be your date to come back with your dad via Zoom.
Yes, ma'am.
And join the presiding docket just like you did this morning and
Yes,
deal
ma'am.
with the case if possible.
Thank you.
Yes, sir? Mr. True?
Yes,
Do you have a date in January you want to put, Thursday or Friday?
I can do 14, 15, 7, or 8. 7, 8, 14, or 15.
Okay, let me know, and then Mr. Ryan is listening to us, so he can write it down as well.
And Mr. Van, if you want to just pick one of those.
Can we do the 14th?
14th it is, Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
We will
And
reset
this
it.
is, yeah,
And should we then submit it and order directly to y'all for the resetting rather than going through the clerk?
I think we need to go through the clerk. They're in here and they can hear, so they'll write it down. Just e-file your order, and I'm sure that we'll be good with that.
Perfect. We'll get that today.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Baena, you can disconnect, just write it down. And Mr. Baena, it's gonna be the exact same meeting ID number that you logged in with today. We are keeping that meeting ID number from now on all our presenting dockets.
Okay. Thank you all for your time. You have a good
Okay,
day.
all right. Good luck to you, bye-bye.
Right.
Okay, let me see here. Who else are we trying?
They're gonna try to
I
wash.
think
They're
Ms.
gonna put
Havshaw.
me last. So just go get something to drink or something, everybody, because this is what they do. They're gonna
Hold
clear the
on.
courtroom.
We have a lot of pro ses. Just hang on tight, guys. We're gonna try and get to you all. And then we're just gonna go down the list. So give me 1 second. Let me let the judge know. Does anyone have any questions?
Lydia, hi. This is James Mayer, attorney with Justin Cockett. You're on mute, Justin. So we have an agreed order to reset our motions for summary judgment.
Okay.
We just need to get court date from your court to pin down a hearing date or a docket date, so we don't have to get dropped in as well as pushed into March. We're looking possibly at a mid-January or after MLK Day setting, if possible, with your court.
Okay, so are you asking for a special setting? Or are you asking for a date for a presiding docket?
Like a special setting, if possible. If that's possible with the court.
Okay, because I don't know as a judge, this isn't something that has to be heard right away. The judge is probably going to ask you to go back on the presiding docket.
Okay. Therefore.
Okay. I mean, he can give you a reset for a future date, but it's not a special setting for Judge Davis to hear.
I see. So can this court give me a reset for Justin? You tell me about this. Could we do Thursday after MLK Day? Is that possible, Dustin?
What day is MLK Day? I apologize. I probably should know that. I confess I do.
Let me just tell you, gentlemen, that the first available date is February 28th.
And there's no way we can just reset the case?
That's going to be, I have to talk to Judge Davis because then we're going into somebody else's docket and those dockets are really full already. January would be Judge Longoria.
Okay.
February is Judge Davis presiding.
I see. Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we're asking for a special setting is this is kind of a special situation of why we're continuing it. If it's all possible to speak with the judge on that, that would be great. Mr. Mayrat is kind of working together to try and do this, but we had already waited 2 months to get this done, and then discovered that we both needed to make amendments. And so that's why we're requesting this special setting. So I'm in support of that if it's at all possible with Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just.
But those were his instructions. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia.
Just hang in there, everybody. As soon as they get done clearing the courtroom, then they're gonna save it all for me, and they're gonna try to put me on the chopping block for an hour. Is what they're gonna try to do, but that's not gonna happen today because everything's already been asked and answered, and is going to be my defense today. They cannot prove their case because they have defaulted.
Judge Davis is presiding in February. And he's like, well, we want a special setting. And I said, so he wants to talk to you, but I'm going to tell him Judge Davis will be presiding in February. If he keeps the case, then he will hear your case then.
Which one was that?
It's James Maynrapt. Lord, I know. Where is he?
Just hang tight, everybody. It's still rolling. Well, Kurt, I just read your message. No, they're not going to send us to a breakout room. Obviously, you can tell that, thank you, you're welcome. Obviously, you can tell that there was some communication, some ex parte communication that's happened between them. Oh, they are going to schedule a hearing for this case, but here's what they're going to do. They're going to clear the docket first, John. Yeah, because they don't want any of these other people hearing what I have to say. This is an accord and satisfaction case that is cured. And it's also an FDCPA violated case. We've got Chapter 392 of the Finance Code here in Texas. They violated. You can't use any fraud. You can't do stuff like that. So whatever. I'm happy to do it, guys. I'm happy to do it because we need transparency. We need.
Okay,
one of the biggest problems we have is that we have no transparency.
Where's the other counsel? I'm sorry. Judge Davis just said to go ahead and reset for February. He'll be presiding. So we're going to go ahead and just reset it for February. You can pick either the 28th or the 29th.
So as soon as they get done moving all the other chickens out of here, then they're going to square up on me and probably
Lydia,
try to take me out. But they don't know who I serve. They're about to find out.
Okay, let's look at our calendar. 28 days in February, the 28th day, that day.
Oh, is it 20?
Yeah, I think, do you mean the 25th, 26th? Is that what you mean? Or, look at the calendar.
Oh, yeah, they're going to schedule. Yep.
Okay. All right. What date?
I wish I was, brother. I just try to swing the bat best I
Isn't
can.
it the
Thanks,
20?
Mark.
Am I
Appreciate it.
looking at the wrong year?
Possibly.
28th is a
Hang
Sunday.
in there, guys. We're gonna like I said, as soon as they finish clearing everybody out of here, so they don't have any witnesses.
I'm sorry, James. It would be the 25th and 26th.
Okay, that's what it is. Great.
Okay, pick a day.
25th looks good to me, Justin. What about, how about you?
25th is fine.
25th.
Okay, so it's reset for February 25th, 2021 at 9:30. And gentlemen, please keep that meeting ID number because it will be the same.
Thank you, Lydia.
Okay, thank you all. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and we have, all right, we're going to start. Mr. Bowen,
Good morning, Ms. O'Connell.
how are you, Mr. Bowen?
I'm great today. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Mr. Bowen, and then Miss
Just gotta
Garcia,
honor that.
Diane Garcia, where are you?
That pagan.
Yeah,
dog, don't
Mr.
they?
Garcia. Miss Lydia, I have a question for you.
Okay.
It was a note that I made for the judge requesting a reset for this hearing because they never notified me of this hearing. I became aware of this hearing last night by surfing the internet and to respect
Okay.
this court.
This case is going to be heard next week. Per Judge Davis. Mr. Bowen, can you look at your calendar? We are pretty much trying to reset this. Well, it's not it's a date set for the hearing.
The CDC Declaration Challenge.
Okay. Let me get in here.
By the way, TRCP rule
And we are looking at
92
Monday.
states that they have 20 days to answer any counterclaim.
Can you all start at 9:30?
They're going to
Yes,
try to
ma'am.
do
We
a
are
lot
available.
of
Let
tricky
me make
stuff.
sure my witnesses, Mr. Iqbal, are
They're going to try to do a lot of tricky stuff. They're going to try to call it something else because they don't want to face this default, but it's a default. And even if they run against me, I'll file a motion to set aside this decision anyway. So it doesn't matter. He's not denying nothing today.
Monday? Yes. And Mr. Refrain, are you available Monday?
So, and if not, well, we'll just go across the street.
Thank you all. Miss Lydia, we will accept that time.
It's all insidious, my friend.
9:30 a.m. Monday morning.
This is a big
At that time,
game of
gentlemen, if you all have
nonsense.
exhibits that you need to provide for the judge to review, please email them to me. For everyone else, if you all need my email, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you all. It's L.O'Connell, O-C-O, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, E-L-L, at Bexar, BEXAR.org. Mr. Garcia?
Can you repeat the email, Miss Lydia?
L.O.C-O, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, E-L-L, at Bexar, BEXAR.org. I will be sending an invite for another Zoom hearing for Monday at 9:30. Mr. Garcia, I need an email that you will be
Yeah,
checking
exactly.
for this
Well
invite.
said, Mark. Hang in there. It's gonna get. It'll
What
get.
is a valid email for you?
Something's about to start. I don't know.
Super,
We'll see.
S-U-P-E-R,
Uh-huh.
deal, D-E-A-L,
Okay.
store, S-T-O-R-E, at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Okay, please check your email for today because that is the only notification you're going to get. You're going to have to just check your email and make sure that you receive that Zoom hearing information.
Will do. Thank you, Ms. O'Connell.
Thank you. Take care. Mr. Garcia, you can log off now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and then we have another one that we need to reset. Human Federal Credit Union versus Timothy Dameron.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Hampton? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hampton,
Sorry.
Mr. Dameron.
Yes, ma'am.
We would need to reset this for Monday at
Okay.
11 a.m.
That sounds perfect.
That sounds good.
Mr. Hampton, you're okay?
Yes, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Monday, Sunday.
All right, Mr. Dameron, I know we've dealt with you before, but just give me your email again.
Gosh, that sounds so bad. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't
no,
mean for
like
you to
we
have to
dealt
deal
with
with
you.
me like that. I'm really sorry. I apologize in advance.
Oh
But-
no, this is court lingo. the sense that we've met you before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking pots and pans, and you're thinking, I'm sorry.
Don't
Forgive
take
me.
it so personal.
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. I just was apologizing. I didn't want to come across that way. But anyway, my email address is Emmett. It's EMM. That's Edward, Mary, Edward. T as in Tom, period. Damron, DAMRON, @yahoo.com.
I got you. Okay, now I remember it. Okay, and Mr. Hampton, I believe I have your email already.
Yes, jhampton@johnhamptonlaw.net.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. We will see you at 10 a.m.
Monday
At
morning?
11 a.m. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. Monday morning.
11 a.m. Monday morning. God bless. Thank you so much.
Have a good weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
To both of you. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we will begin shortly other hearings.
Well,
Let me get Davis on board.
ha. I want to thank all of you for your
Miss-
prayers. I'm going to close this nonsense out.
Miss Vasquez?
I want to thank all of you for your prayers. We're going to pick this thing up again Monday morning. I think they probably know that I'm shooting this on a live feed right now, and it does make people pretty nervous when we do that sort of thing. So, just keep me in your prayers. This is a spiritual thing. These people are very dark. They are lying like you wouldn't believe. And every right to hold property, our 14th Amendment rights to hold property, all of that is going to be on the line Monday. And, we make a difference by taking one victory at a time. And those victories, they come from Yahweh. And I just give praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh for all that He's done. And I thank you for all of my friends, all of the support, and all of your prayers. And I'll see you guys on Monday. And then after that, we're going to have the call on Monday. So we'll talk about it on Monday night's call too. How's that? So join us. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. Yahweh has already paid the price. And I just give praise, honor, and glory to Him. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. May Yahweh bless your homes, your children, and everything. Thank you so, so much. We'll see you guys Monday.